you guys, I wanted to ask a question. Are you following your passion, your dreams, and things that you want to do in life? Or are you just out here surviving on that next paycheck? Thank you all for joining another episode of Jackiee Oh. I am your host, Jackiee Oh. And I wanted to ask that question because it's important to me that I do. And I wanted to also share that I never follow my passion. I'm at an age now where it's important that I figure out like what I want to do in life. I already know what I want to do in life, but it's important that I follow my dreams. And I never did that. And I hope that this podcast can reach someone and help someone always know that follow your passion, no matter what people tell you, no matter what is going on in your life. Make sure that you make time for yourself and follow the things that you want to do in life, not just because someone is telling you that you should do something because they want to see you do something. I feel like at some point in life you got to do things that make you happy. And so I wanted to do this episode because I'm hoping that it will reach someone and it will touch someone to follow your dreams, to follow your passion, because I never did. And I graduated a long time ago, long time ago in mass communications. And when I graduated, I was very young. I had a son at a very young age. So I was more into chasing money than I was into chasing my dreams. And now I ask myself, like, what happened? I really want to know what happened. Like, what really happened to me that I did not follow my passion? And I don't have an answer. And I just hate that I don't have an answer. But the only thing that I can think of that I keep pondering on is the fact that I was trying to play supermom. Like, I was more focused on my family. I was not focused on, following my dreams, following my passion. And I know that I should have been, but I wasn't. So that's why I want to talk to mainly the younger people to let you all know that it's important that you follow your passions and follow your dreams because, I know a lot of people say, well, I don't know what my passion is. I don't know what my dreams are or what my passion is. Then I would tell you to get off of social media and do some soul searching, like really sit down with yourself, I would say disconnect from a lot of things like social media and friends and family and things that could be a distraction to you. Like, focus on you for some months. Like, I've done that a couple of times. Like, I just took time and just to focus on me to do some soul searching, because a lot of times you get distracted by things that are around you and you cannot see clearly and you cannot really focus, and it's hard for you to really tap into your inner being. You know what I mean? So you start to question yourself about, why am I here? What's my purpose in life? And then you start saying negative things to yourself. And a lot of times those things can be harmful to the mental. So I wanted to talk to, like I said, mainly the young people, to let you know that it's important that you focus on yourself and follow your dreams. Another thing I would say to a person that is young, that's out here soul searching, and you feel like you don't know, what direction you should be going in, I would advise you to seek maybe like a mentor or someone that's in your life that's very supportive of what you're doing. You want to surround yourself with people that support you and that support your passion and things that you want to do, so that you won't feel like you're out here alone, or you feel like what you're doing is not what you should be doing. So make sure that you are out here seeking people that are going to pour into you, that are going to support what you're doing, that don't mind supporting what you're doing. And, make sure you are around people that inspire you, people that are doing major things in life. Like, those are the people you want to surround yourself with. Focus on yourself and follow your dreams, because a lot of times you get caught up in things that other people want you to do, like maybe going to college to do something that maybe somebody told you that that they thought you may be good at doing, but in the back of your mind, you're really have a passion and something that you're passionate about, but you don't want to go to school for that because then you heard that that's not going to make you money, or that's not going to make you that's not going to make you money. And a lot of times people are more focused on money than they are following their passion. And that's what I was doing. I was more focused on chasing money. I need money. I need money, that I never focused on my passion and things that I wanted to do in life. It was like I had to have a job that was paying me more money, and it's not like I ever reached a point where I was making the money that I wanted to make. And so my daughter told me recently, she said, "Mom, you are not happy. You come home every day, you are not happy. You're always fussing about something. I don't think you're happy. You lay around, you're just not happy." And she said, "I think that you need to follow your passion of what is your dream. What do you want to do in life? I know that you always say that you've done things to support your family and you've done things to help us." She said, "I think that it's time for you to do something that you want to do in life." And I thought about it real hard. I was like, you know what? That's true. It's time for me to start doing things that makes me happy. And doing this podcast is one thing that I felt like would really fit in the realm of me following my passion, because when I graduated college, I always thought that I was going to be a news anchor. I wanted to be like Oprah. I really thought I was going to be a news anchor, and I went from that to wanting to be in radio. And so it's always been in me. Like I did a blog once, and just being in mass communication has always been something that I've always dreamed of doing. I did a magazine once. That didn't work out for me, but I'm interested in anything that has to do with being creative and, being in that mass communication field. And so, after my daughter told me that, I said, you know what, I want to get back to doing my podcast, because that's something that I was excited about when I first started it. And I really wanted to do it, but then I said, I got to sit down and think of a way to present it to people, because I just don't want to do anything. And that's what stopped me a lot too from, it's like me, I'm my own worst enemy. I will stop myself from doing a lot of things because I'm overthinking a lot. I'm always thinking like, what if this happened? And I'm always thinking the worst. Like, why am I always thinking the worst? I do not know. I always think the worst with anything that I have going on. I'm always thinking like it's not gonna go right. Like I give myself reasons why I shouldn't do it. And so when I first started this podcast, I gave myself all kind of reasons why I should not be doing this podcast, or why it's going to go wrong, and this not going to happen because this didn't happen in the past, and you can't do this and you can't do this. And so I just had to tell myself, just stop and do it. And so my daughter has been like really motivating me and encouraging me to do this podcast. She's done a lot to help me get up off the couch and just focus on myself. She told me, "Mom, I'm going to be okay. Just focus on you now. It's your time. It's time for you to focus on you." And to hear her say that, I think it took a little load off of me, even though I'm still like, I feel like I got to do so much for her because she's in college right now. And I feel like I still, I don't know why I still feel like she's a little girl and I got to treat her like she's a little girl, but she's not a little girl anymore. And so I have to tell myself, like, it's time for you to focus on you, your dreams, your passion, things that you want to do in life. I have so much I want to do. And then I started to feel like I'm older. I'm getting too old to be doing anything. And my daughter had to reassure me, like, "Mom, you're not too old to be doing a podcast. You're not too old to be doing the things that you want to do in life. You're not too old to be following your dreams." And so that hit me, like, what are you doing? What have you done with yourself over the years? Why haven't you followed your passion? Why haven't you followed things that you want to do in life? And it hit me real hard because I'm like, whoa, like I haven't done nothing that I wanted to do in life. I haven't done anything. Here I am, middle-aged woman, haven't done anything in life that I wanted to do. And to me, that is crazy. And so, like I said before, I had to question myself, like, why are you not following your passion? Why haven't you followed your passion? And then I find myself asking myself that a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. And so like I said, the only thing that I could think of was I've been playing Supermom. I did not want anyone to. I didn't want to be the mom that go drop your kids off with your family member or friends and go hang out and do this and do that. So my kids have always been my first priority. Like I've always done everything centered around them. When my daughter came along, she was with me everywhere I go. Everywhere I go, if my daughter cannot go, I'm not going. So she's been like with me for a long time now. And for her to tell me, Mom, it's okay for you to focus on you now, it took a load off of me, because I've been so focused on her. I was a single parent, very young. Like I said before, I was a single parent, very young. I had my son at a very young age. And so for me, it's been just chasing jobs that would give me that comfort of knowing that I could be that super mom, be home when my kids need me to be at school functions, be at this, do that. And, help them pursue their dreams, because my kids have always known what they wanted to do in life. Even at a young age, my son knew what he wanted to do. Even at a young age, my daughter knew what she wants to do. And now she's going on to college. She's doing film and television. And that's something that she's always wanted to do. She started out wanting to be an actress, and that's what she thought she wanted to do, was just to act. And now that she's in school for film and television, she's realizing that there's so much to film. There's so much more to film and television that I could do so much more. Like she started out wanting to do acting and animation. And now she's doing like, oh, I want to be a producer. I want to do this. I want to do that. And I think that's great, because I feel like everybody should be following your passion. Everybody should be doing the things that you love in life. Don't allow life to dictate what you're going to do in life. And when I say don't allow life, I mean that things that are going to, things that deter you from your passion, and the things that deter you from what you're passionate about. Don't allow that to deter you from what you're passionate about. So at the end of the day, I felt like it was so important for me to do this podcast, because I just want people to know that it's important for you to follow your passion, mainly young people, because, I know we can get caught up in so many things in life and feel like, life is really dragging us, and life will drag you. It will drag you. It will drag you through the mud. But I want people to know that it's important for you to follow your passion, follow your dreams. At the end of the day, it won't feel like work if you're following your passion, if you're following your dreams. My daughter told me this, and I've heard people say this over and over again, but she reiterated this to me recently, like, Mom, if you're following your passion, if you're doing what you're passionate about, you will be more happy. You'll be a more happier person, and it won't feel like work. You won't feel like you're working. It'll feel more like you're doing something that you love and you're passionate about, and it won't feel like work, and you'll be more excited to do it. And so I don't hate to say this, but it's crazy that I can say this. I've been listening to my daughter. Can you picture that your daughter, who's younger than you, can tell you things that encourage you, that'll help you in life? I never thought that I'd be listening to my daughter tell me, look, follow your passion, follow your dreams, do things that'll make you happy. I never thought that I'll be listening to someone younger than me tell me that. But I also want people to know that just because someone is younger than you, or just because somebody that's not doing something that you're doing, does not mean that you cannot learn from people. I had to figure that out, because I felt like, oh, I'm the adult. I'm trying to tell my daughter everything that I feel like she should be doing in life to help her be a better person in life, and then go on and to follow her dreams. And then here she is telling me, Mom, you need to be doing this, you need to be doing that, to follow your dreams. And so I want people to know that just because somebody is not doing what you're doing, or they're not in the same field that you're in, that they cannot teach you things. You can learn something from anybody. And, even people, everybody has some good and bad in them, and everybody has something that that you can take away from them. And, you don't feel like you can't learn something from a person because they're not as what do I want to say? Because they're not as successful as you think they should be, or sometimes people think that success equate to knowing everything, and that's not true. You can always learn something from even a homeless person on the street. You can learn something from anybody if you just listen. But back to what I was saying, my daughter has been an inspiration to me, and she's helped me realize that I should be following my dreams. One thing that people don't understand is that everybody has a talent. Everybody has something that they're good at. And if you don't know like what it is, what your passion is, or what you're passionate about, it's time for you, like I said, to do some soul searching. Maybe, like I said, get off of social media and figure out what it is that you want to do in life. You cannot you can't take your dreams to the grave with you. A lot of people do that, and then they don't follow their dreams because of something that may have gotten in the way of what they wanted to do. But one thing I will say is to focus on one thing. I know a lot of people out here hear people saying you got to have multiple incomes. Well, you do, but first you need to focus on just one thing. Focus on one thing and go hard at it. And that's something that I've never done. I've never focused on one thing. I've had this going on, that going on, this business, that business, and I've never focused on one thing. And I think over the years that's been something that has crippled me as well, because I'm all over the place. I don't know what I'm here, I'm there, I'm doing so much that it's taken away from the one thing that I want to do the most, and that is focus on my passion, things that I'm passionate about. It's been hard for me to get to that point. And maybe it's because I've been doing so many things, and I haven't been focused as I should be. So I would say just get off of social media and figure out what you want to do. It's not hard, because like I said, everybody has a passion. Everybody has a gift or something that they're good at. So you just have to dig deeper inside of you to figure out what that is. Maybe go out and go out and do things in your community. Those type of things will help you too when you're soul searching and trying to figure out what it is that you want to do in life. Something like that will help you. If you're out networking and meeting people and doing different stuff, that is something else that can help you. Another thing I would say is get yourself a mentor. And I'm mainly talking to my younger people right now, because I want you all to understand how important it is to follow your passion. Like, people don't know how important it is. Like, this is something that could help you be a better person in life, because a lot of times people are mad and angry because they didn't follow their dreams, or they're not doing something that they really want to do in life. They're just getting by. And a lot of time that, may cause people to be in a bad space. I know for a long time I was in a dark space, and it kind of took a toll on me to the point where I could not focus, and I just felt like there was no purpose of me being here. And I know there's a purpose for me being here. I just got to tap into that. And that's why I say get off of social media, because a lot of times being on social media and doing things that are not helpful, that are not helping you focus, can be a distraction. It can be a distraction, and it can help you lose focus. Like, you're on social media for hours and hours and hours doing nothing. Basically nothing. Imagine how much time you could put into yourself if you got off of social media, or if you just got off of social media and basically just focus more on yourself, versus just, spending time doing nothing. I want to also remind you that following your passion is not going to always be a great journey. It's not going to always be glamorous. It's not going to always be like this. It's not going to fall into your lap, for one thing. There's nobody's going to come and save you. Nobody's going to help you. You got to do things on your own. And so that's why it's so important that you build resilience and you build perseverance when you're trying to follow your passion. Nobody, like I said, nobody's going to come and save you. Nobody's going to help you. Nobody's going to tell you anything. A lot of time it's just you putting in a lot of hard work, and that's what it takes to get to the next level. And people think that following your passion means that it's going to come easy, and just because you have an idea that or you have something that you're passionate about, that everything that you do is going to fall into your lap. Well, it's not. You're going to have to work hard for it. There are going to be setbacks. There are going to be things that get in the way, and it's going to always be something. But if you're passionate about something, and I want to say this again, if you are passionate about something, there's nothing that's going to stop you. It's going to take years and years maybe to get to where you need to be, but as long as you get there, that's the most important thing. Let me just say this so that people won't think that I'm just up here being an airhead and then I feel like, you should already have everything all figured out. Well, you're not going to have everything all figured out like right away. And that's okay. You don't have to have everything figured out right away. Like I say, do some soul searching. Over time, you will find out what your passion is. If you don't know what your passion is, over time, your passion will reveal itself. That's why I say it's good for you to go out into the community and network with people, because you may just not have tapped into it yet. And it may take some time for you to really understand what it is that you're passionate about. So over time, it will eventually reveal itself. So just stay encouraged, people. Just stay encouraged. Like, no matter if you know what your passion is right away or not, just stay encouraged. Don't get discouraged. No matter how small your wins are, always celebrate your wins. I always say, we come from humble beginnings. I know I say that all the time with my kids, especially when we're working on projects and stuff like that. I love to say, we come from humble beginnings, and we come from humble beginnings. So always celebrate your wins, no matter if they're small, no matter if they're big. I always say that too. I always say that anytime I post something on social media about something that my kids are doing, I say that we always celebrate. We celebrate the small and we celebrate the big. So I want to encourage you all as well to make sure you're celebrating. Make sure you're celebrating, not just when it's big. Make sure you're celebrating when it's small as well. And so that's one thing I want to leave with you all. Like, just stay encouraged. Don't get discouraged so easily. And I know that's easier said than done. Like, don't get discouraged so easily. I know that's easier said than done, because it's so much that's happening out here. Like, it's so easy to get discouraged. We are living in times now where, like, we don't know what's going to happen from this day to the next day. So it's so important for you to just celebrate where you are right now. Don't try to go into the future or things that's happened in the past. Celebrate where you are right now. Make sure no matter what you're doing that you give it your all. And it's so important that you put your all into what you're doing, because when you do that, when you put your all into what you're doing, you know that when the reward comes, you know that you've worked yourself to get there. And so nobody can tell you nobody can tell you anything, basically. You know that you've worked your tail off to get to where you want to be. And so that's most important. Make sure you are pouring into your passion as well. Make sure that if there's something that you need to go back to school for to advance what you're doing, make sure you're taking advantage of those situations as well. You're going back, you're getting an education that may help you get to the next level, or you're doing things that are going to help you. And also, I know I said this before, but definitely surround yourself with people that are positive. Make sure you surround yourself with supportive friends and family who get what you're trying to do, who understand your goals, and who uplift you and tell you that, what you're doing is right. A lot of times people surround themselves with people that are negative, that are always telling you, you know, you can't do this, you can't do that. Stay away from those type of people, okay? That's all I have to say. Stay away from those type of people. Make sure that you are around people that are pouring into you. Like I said, make sure you're around people that that listen to what you're saying and get what you're saying. Not only just listen, but also support it. So, and don't compare yourself to others. The worst thing you can do is try to compare yourself to someone that's doing something, the same thing that you want to do, but maybe they have been doing it longer than you, and they are further ahead of you. Don't try to compete with that. You know what I mean? Like, just start where you are, right where you are. Don't try to compete with somebody that's been doing this for a long time. Like, your journey is your journey. Make sure you understand that. So don't try to compare yourself to others. Make sure that what you are doing is impacting you. Not try to prove anything to other people, or not try to be something that you're not. You know, personal growth is important. So make sure that you are doing things that help you grow in life. So the takeaway from this show that I hope that everyone gets from this show, because I really wanted people to see that I didn't follow my passion. Like in the beginning, I haven't followed my passion, but I'm on the right path right now. And that's something that I'm very dedicated to doing now that I've, you know, it hit me and things are, you know, finally clicking in my brain. I want you all to take away from this show to stop waiting on the right time to pursue your passion. It's never the right time, but God's timing is perfect, is always perfect. Take a leap of faith and God will do the rest. The time is now. Also, write down 3 things that you love to do and research your career path and things that relates to that. Also, reach out to one potential mentor that you want to work with. That's so important. Commit to dedicating at least 1 hour a week to develop your passion and things that you're passionate about. Make sure you're putting time into what you want to do, people. Like, give yourself some grace and always believe in yourself. Believe in what you're doing. Even if nobody else believes in what you're doing, make sure you believe in yourself. That's important. I want to thank you all so much for tuning in to this show. And I want to let you know that this was my very first episode, my very first solo show. And I appreciate everybody for the support that you've been giving me, uplifting me, and encouraging me to just do what I'm passionate about. And that's what this show was all about. Making sure that you surround yourself with people that get it. Make sure you surround yourself with people that support you. And I want to thank everybody who has tuned in and who has supported this show from the beginning. I am your host, Jackiee Oh, and this is Jackiee Oh. Thank you so much for tuning in.